What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hope you're keeping well. It's been like a week or so since I picked up the camera. To be honest with you, I've just been that busy with work and just other stuff that I just haven't had time to basically just vlog. Also running into this deficit in this prep to the show, energy levels are quite low, so sometimes like the motivation to pick up the camera just isn't there. But we are back with another video for you guys, and we're going to do a full day of eating because we've changed a couple of my meals just to help me mentally get through this prep. We are 6 weeks out from the show, but it'll probably be about 5 weeks by the time this video drops. And I'm just going to run through a couple of my meals, show you making them. We're using a different camera today just to give it a try, because hopefully come show day we're going to use this camera, which is a bit more professional than my own point and shoot, but we will see how it turns out, so stay tuned. So yeah, we're going to run through this meal. So we've got basically tuna pasta, but a little bit different. So we've got the tuna, so we buy this from Aldi, get to focus. And then we've got aubergine, we have about 120 grams of this. Chopped tomatoes, about 160. Pasta is 70 grams dry. Drizzle of oil in the pan. So here we have the red onion here, about 25 grams. Basil for the seasoning. We've also got some garlic salt and a tiny dousing of paprika, which just gives it a nice Just while that's frying off, I like to put on a high heat for about 2 to 3 minutes just to fry off the aubergine and the red onion before I add in my chopped tomatoes, my basil, my other seasonings, my tuna, and obviously the pasta's already on the go. But, like I obviously said, I'm about 6 weeks out from the show, and one of the more funny problems I've got is my bottom half clothing doesn't really fit me anymore, so like I need to purchase new boxers and new joggers. So we did an order on Gymshark, so we're just going to unveil these now. So I just went for some black ones, I hope. Yeah, so I have 2 pairs of these already, one in grey, one in like a, I don't know, a greeny kind of colour, but I just wanted a black pair. My others are size large, and they're just too big for me now with the drawstring, so just a nice medium pair. Black because it goes with everything. You know, go nice with this hoodie as well. And then what I do want to share with you guys is something pretty awesome I found recently. With me being on prep and not being able to have things like your standard coffees and that, which I do still have a black coffee every day, but when it comes to like late evening and I just want like something a bit nicer than water, I've discovered these Rubicon black cherry and raspberry drinks, which is just spring water with fruit juice, and there's only 12 calories in the full bottle. But yeah, to say the idea of spring water is disgusting, these are actually amazing, and they're about £1 each from the shop, or I think we get 12 for £9 on Amazon, I think. Yeah, so check them out, Rubicon spring water. They do loads of different flavours, but this one is absolutely banging. It's probably the best. That is the, well, third to last meal of the day. So there's tuna, pasta with the aubergine, the onion and the tomato. With the seasonings, it's literally one of like the quickest meals I could possibly make, especially whilst being on prep. I haven't got time or necessarily patience to be stood around cooking for a long time in the kitchen, so I need something that's quick, time efficient, and this meal is spot on for that. I now put it into a smaller bowl to give the appearance of a bigger meal. So I'm eating it, I hope I feel fuller for longer, and then what I will have after this is my protein ice cream, which I'll just put a little screenshot here in the corner, but all that is just Greek yogurt, protein powder of choice. So tonight I'm going to go with a cafe latte from Time for Nutrition, some frozen fruit banged in there. On the recipe it says just to leave it out for like 2 minutes to let the frozen fruit like freeze up the yogurt a bit, but I do bang it in the freezer, let it set, and then when it comes to eating it, it takes me a lot longer to eat because it's rock hard. So again, just a little mind trick for me to feel fuller for longer, because it take me like 15 to 20 minutes to eat, rather than just straight away leaving it out on the side. I'd demolish it in 5 minutes and it wouldn't be worthwhile, even though it would be enjoyable, but I wouldn't get the most from it. And yeah, I just had this Rubicon drink I spoke about earlier, and I said spring water sounds terrible, and what I meant was sparkling water sounds terrible, but yeah, these are banging, give them a try. And then I will show you my breakfast in tomorrow. Fast forward into the future by a few days, so I didn't get a chance to film this like the day after, which I planned to originally, but we are back on with a full day of eating. So the last meal you saw was my tuna pasta. Today I'm not going to show you the rest of our meals, so we're going to show you my tortilla pizza, but I'm actually going to have it as like a calzone or just like a heated wrap, and then I'll show you what I'll be having for breakfast every day, but I'll prep that. Then also I will show you the ice cream. I know I'll put a screenshot on the first part of the video, but I will actually show you how I make it and what goes into it. Starting with the wrap then, so we have our wraps, and then we have the chicken, which is by pre-cooked chicken because it's a lot easier to work with. We've got red onion in there, and then we've also got some cherry tomatoes, and then the best bit really is the grated mozzarella cheese. And then finally, because this is supposed to be a barbecue pizza, but one day I actually ran out and the only thing I had in was ketchup, checked out the calories and the macronutrient breakdown of the ketchup I had in, and it was actually more beneficial to have ketchup. So we switched it up, changed it up, and yeah, a bit like Bumstead says, ketchup is life. So, yep, going to get into making that. So we have one wrap, we have about 80 grams of chicken, it's about 35 grams of tomato, about the equivalent of onion, and it's like 60 grams of cheese. Put it in a wrap, and then we're just going to bang it in the air fryer. Temperature 180 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. Depends really on how I wrap it up. If I fully wrap the tin foil, probably 10 minutes. If I don't, probably 8 if I leave it open, because it'll brown off nicely. Try and turn it around as well after about 4 or 5 minutes, just to make sure it's browned on both sides. So yeah, let's get into making that. Before we get into the all-important calzone meal, there is only one thing that will start off this second part of the video properly, and that is with a can of the beautiful White Monster. That was terrible, but we're leaving it in because Monster is life. First thing to do is have the tin foil, grab the wrap, put the wrap on the tin foil. Ketchup, this is going to be a base, so bang that on, give it a good drizzle. Works out about 40 grams of ketchup that I'm actually allowed on plan, but I don't have 40 grams because it's just too much, so just nice drizzle, just add flavour in, just to like cover the tortilla wrap basically. And then we're going to go chicken, which is 80 grams. So I'll just pop it on the scales, because this is easier than like getting another bowl out, then just remove it accordingly until it says minus 80 grams. So that's a bit of a dieting hack, especially if you've got like jars of any food and stuff and you're not sure how much you need. Just dropped a bit for the dog, he'll be well happy. But yeah, if you're not sure how much you need, and it's like save like taking some out, put some back into your jar or whatever, you can just put it on the scales, remove a bit and let it go into the minus figures, And that's an easier way just to track your grammage, basically. Yeah. Now that's in, I'm just going to cut a few tomatoes up. It's literally like 3 cherry tomatoes, it works out at. And then some red onion as well. I'll bang the cheese on, wrap it up, put it in the air fryer, and it's going to be good to go. That is the calzone wrap, whatever you want to call it, in the air fryer now. And just while that's happening, I will just show you my breakfast, guys. So it consists of oats, almond milk, peanut butter, jam, maple syrup, and you guessed it, it's overnight oats. But it looks something like this. So yeah, we have the oats to make now. And I'll just run through the ingredients and then just make it in this glass here. One thing I found whilst being on this whole like prep thing is the harder it gets, or even to be fair, I've done this at the beginning, is making sure that you invest in like ingredients that you enjoy. So for example, I've got these Cavanna organic porridge oats. These cost me like £1.69 from Aldi, but I could obviously pay less money and have just your standard Scottish oats, which would cost me about 75p. But I think for going through such a time where food in every meal becomes more and more appreciated, is the word I'm looking for, you want to make sure you've invested in food that you know you're going to enjoy. So for me, just spend a little bit more on these organic oats. They're a little bit bigger, taste a bit better as well. So to me, and obviously I am going to eat the whole bag eventually, the investment is worthwhile. And then the other thing I found is what you put your meal in. So for me, this is obviously just a wine glass without the stem, but when I see that in the morning and I see how like aesthetically pleasing the food looks in this, it makes me enjoy the food that bit more. Whereas if I just was to have it in like say a regular cereal bowl or whatever, or just like a plastic Tupperware container, which sometimes I do have to do if I'm taking it to work, but generally 9 times out of 10 I'll pop it in one of these glasses, just because when I see it in the morning, when I open the fridge, I'm even more excited for my food. I can enjoy it more. I can see the oats, I can see the peanut butter in there, the blackcurrant jam which I use, and then I do use a bit of a low-calorie chocolate sauce just for a drizzle. But yeah, it looks more appealing to the eye, and it's just a clever way for you just to enjoy your food more, rather than for most people who are in the trenches, if you like, just eating plain food in, it sounds ridiculous, but just plain Tupperware or whatever. Like this, just like visually looks better. So yeah, give it a try. That is the overnight oats made, and that will just go in the fridge. Overnight, I usually make like 3 or 4 batches of this just so I'm prepped well in advance, but if I don't, then it's very, very quick and very, very easy to do the night before. I changed this breakfast from my banana chocolate peanut smoothie bowl just because I thought that in the morning this would be more filling for me. make me go a bit longer throughout the day without like wanting my next meal. So it was a smart choice. Feel good on it. Energy's good again on this breakfast. Ingredients wise, I'll just show you them now. Yeah, as mentioned, these are the Kavana organic porridge oats. You can get them from Aldi, probably even Lidl, I think somebody told me. We just have almond milk, which is unsweetened. We have about 150 millilitres of that. Again, because I shop at Aldi, just got basic peanut butter, smooth. It's only 8 grams of that, but it's worthwhile. And then this is another thing where I said about investment. So instead of buying just like the cheapest jam on the shelf, I opted for Aldi's more like premium range. So we went with the blackcurrant because it was less in calories than any other flavoured jam. The wrap is now done, so in that time with the wrap cooking, I didn't even put it on for a full 10 minutes, and we made the breakfast, and now it's time to see how this calzone thing is looking. The big reveal. Oh, a little bit crispy on top, but we'll take that melted cheese in there. That'll be bloody lovely. Yeah, so a little bit overdone for what I would normally do, but obviously busy making the overnight oats. Moving on to the last meal, which I have every evening before I go to bed. It is the, well, we say it's protein ice cream, but it's just literally Greek yogurt frozen with some frozen fruit and then protein of choice. I picked the cafe latte by Time 4. However, there is also the lemon meringue, which I thought would be better than this. However, I think this is the top tier protein flavour that they do. Yeah, weird how it works, but yeah, into making that. That is a wrap on today's full day of eating video at 1800 calories, 5 weeks out from my first ever bodybuilding show. I'm going to keep you updated with some updates each week, just let you know if any changes and stuff, training, diet, etc, etc, etc. But as always, if you liked the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.